It is difficult to administer eye drops for babies and children by hand because they squirm and resist medication. In addition, the current method of administration often requires more than one person to restrain the patient and deliver the eye drop. As such, the goal of our project is to create a solution that will open the eye of the patient, dispense eye drop medication accurately and with ease, and only require one hand to operate.
To solve this problem, we created an eye drop assist device consisting of three main components: a white inner casing, a green scissor mechanism, and then our padding to stabilize the device on the face of the child. The inner casing we made to fit the size of a 15 milliliter eye drop bottle because that is what our client, Dr. Pinellas, uses on a day-to-day basis. We also included a small hole in the bottom of the device so that eye drop medication could be squeezed out, and gaps in the side so that the eye drop bottle could be squeezed directly. To integrate our inner casing with our eye-opening mechanism, we included a groove in the side of the casing, and then we have a pivot point that slides alongside the groove and keeps the device connected. Our scissor mechanism is created from two sticks on either side of our inner casing and also contains a dental rubber band that provides resistance. As the white knob is pushed downward against the sliding mechanism, the legs of the device opens, which then causes the padding to spread apart and the eye of the child to open. Our third component, the padding, is made from silicone EcoFlex 30 to provide adequate grip on the surface of the skin.
This is how our device will work. The user will first put the eye drop bottle inside the inner casing of the device. Once that is done, the user will then place the device over the eye of the patient. Then, they will push down on the device so as to open the eyelids. Once satisfied with how open they are, they will begin to squeeze on the eye drop bottle, and then the eye drop is dispersed.
In order to see if the design met the team's set design criteria, we needed to test the device. The first test being safety. Since this is a medical device, it needs to be safe all the time for all uses. The one test we had to determine whether the device was safe or not was a force test of how much force the device exceeded on the surface it is acting upon. We said that the force on the skull of the patient should not exceed 200 newtons, and the device passed. It only had a maximum of 23 newtons.
The other two main objectives we wanted to emphasize in our device were durability and ease of use. In order to test durability, we went through a drop test and a fatigue test. For the drop test, our device was able to maintain functionality after being dropped from 3 feet, but broke apart after being dropped from 6 feet. For the fatigue test, our device was able to maintain functionality after being used a total of 2,190 times.
In order to test the ease of use of the device, the team had other engineers use the device to simulate parents who just bought the device to use on their child. First, we showed the engineer how to use the device, and then we timed them how long it would take them to use the device on a member of the team. The test passed, as it took an average of 5.7 seconds for the new user to dispense the drop. After this, we asked the new user with a Likert scale to rate the statement, "The device is easier to use than the original method of just opening the eye with your hand." And this passed with an average rating of a 4.08.
Pause the video now for a full description of each test and its results.
We have now pretty much narrowed down the mechanical function of this device. In the future, we will aim to improve the aesthetics. Since this is geared toward children and babies, we need to make it visually appealing so as not to frighten them. We also need to work on using more refined parts on this device. It is currently made out of PLA, and we believe that we could be using metal materials to make the sliding mechanism easier. We also can work on making these pads shown here removable and detachable, and also changing the pads positions to start at different positions for different people.
Thank you for watching our video on the eyedropper assist device. And remember, always drip drops with care and patience.